The 2023 U.S. Figure Skating Adult Qualifying Competition season consists of 4 events, 3 qualifying events, and the 2023 U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships, which we sometimes refer to as Adult Nationals. The National Championships are for adults competing at adult bronze and higher. There's also an adult competition series for adult 1 through adult bronze and all levels of adaptive skating. Whether you're continuing your skating journey from childhood or returning to the sport after years away, you are welcome to join the U.S. Figure Skating adult skating community. Hi everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Some of you may know me as an adult competitor. I am the U.S. Figure Skating 2019 Eastern Adult Competition Series pre-bronze pewter medalist. I have since retired from competing and am now a PSA ranked and rated coach to standard track and adult skaters. I'm also an ISSA certified gold judge. As a reminder though, I'm not a U.S. Figure Skating official or a spokesperson, nor am I a member of the adult committee. With all that out of the way, let's first talk about eligibility. U.S. Figure Skating has a chart that is particularly helpful for standard track skaters wishing to return as adults and compete. There's a link to that in the description down below. You'll also, of course, have to be a current member of U.S. Figure Skating in good standing, either directly or through the club of your choice. I have more information on my website about membership and clubs. Again, there's a link to that in the description down below. If you're rejoining U.S. Figure Skating or you passed a test a long time ago, you'll also have to reach out to U.S. Figure Skating so they can update your test record. There is a request for test verification form that is used to find tests that are missing from your profile or are no longer in the current database due to an extended absence from U.S. Figure Skating. Most of these tests can be found in the archives, but you're going to need to fill out that form when you make the request. This form provides the information that U.S. Figure Skating will need to find your older tests. For example, let's say you passed pre-juvenile free skate when you were 12, but you've since gotten married and have a different last name. That's a pretty common scenario. In that case, you should provide U.S. Figure Skating with your previous name that you took the test under. Once the verification is completed, you'll receive an email from the researcher stating the results. At that time, you are welcome to add any additional information that you believe might assist them in finding any tests that were not found in their original search. The highest test found will be entered into your test history. If you tested as an adult, it's a little more straightforward. Just be sure to double check and make sure that U.S. Figure Skating has all your tests recorded. Log in to members only, click on the little person icon, I don't know what that is, to view your profile, then skate test history. In U.S. Figure Skating, adults must skate the highest single free skate test level they've passed, or you can skate up 1 level, except in championship events. However, unlike the new rule that affects standard track skaters, adults are not permitted to skate down from their highest singles free skate test level. So, if you're accustomed to ISSA, where you and your coach can complete an affidavit for test level review, if you can no longer perform previous maneuvers due to age, surgery, or another ailment. That is not the case in U.S. Figure Skating. So there are no circumstances where adults are permitted to skate down from their singles free skate test level in U.S. Figure Skating events. All that's out of the way. So let's move on to the Adult Competition Series, or ACS. Provides a meaningful competitive experience to adults and young adults as long as you're 18 years old as of May 27th, 2022. You can participate in the ACS from adult 1 through adult bronze levels and all levels of adaptive skating, where you can experience the community of adult skating. It is a community. It's so much fun, and you're going to meet tons of people. The ACS is open to adult single skaters within the Eastern, Midwestern, and Pacific Coast sections, including members of Learn to Skate USA and U.S. Figure Skating. Skaters participating in the Adult Competition Series will accumulate points based on placement in free skate events at local non-qualifying competitions and sanctioned virtual competitions too. These points determine the final series placements within each section. Adult Competition Series awards are presented at non-qualifying competitions held in conjunction with each adult sectional championship. Part of the reason the Adult Competition Series series was created was to give skaters that compete at the lower levels and don't have an adult championship event another event to look forward to and a sense of importance within the adult skating community. For example, when I competed, I skated adult pre-bronze free skate. There's unfortunately no event for that level at nationals, so I participated in the ACS. Adult competition series events may take place at all U.S. figure skating sanctioned non-qualifying competitions, as long as those competitions offer adult 1 through adult bronze events. Adaptive skating events are also eligible for ACS submission. You have to compete in a minimum of 1 non-qualifying competition anywhere in the United States during the series timeframe to accumulate points based on your placement in the free skate event at each competition. Competitions may be either live or a sanctioned virtual competition. Any competition held between May 27th, 2022 and February 19th, 2023 can count towards your qualification for this season, as long as they're adult events. All program requirements can be found in the Compete USA handbook. So, if you want to compete in this year's ACS, there is still time. You can even use scores from competitions where you've already competed in adult events between May 27th and February 19th. Just make sure that you have your results sheet. A photo of it is perfectly fine because you're going to have to submit a photo, scanned copy, email attachment, or a screenshot of your final results sheet from the competition or competitions to the Adult Skating Committee. All submissions must be received by February 24th. No late submissions will be accepted. Finally, to qualify for ACS awards, you must also compete in the non-qualifying competition held in conjunction with the Adult Sectional Championship in your home section. Your home section is based either on the location of your home figure skating club or your legal residence if you're an individual member of U.S. Figure Skating, or your physical address that's enrolled in the Learn to Skate USA program as of December 15th. If you need some help on this, ask your club or email U.S. Figure Skating to help you if you're unsure of your section. This year, the Eastern Adult Sectional Non-Qualifying Competition is hosted by the Florida Interclub Council in Kissimmee, Florida, from March 10th through the 12th. The Midwestern Sectional Non-Qualifying is hosted by Fort Wayne ISSA in Fort Wayne, Indiana, from March 10th through the 12th. And the Pacific Coast Adult Sectional Non-Qualifying Competition is hosted by the Vegas Golden Knights Center of Excellence in Henderson, Nevada, a little sooner than the other ones. That's March 3rd through the 5th. You have until February 1st, 2023 to register for the ACS and compete in at least one competition. You do not need to register for the ACS before competing. Suppose you've already competed in a U.S. Figure Skating sanctioned competition and you have your copy of your results sheet. In that case, you can still register and submit your results to the Adult Skating Committee. Just make sure that you also register for the series before February 1st. There's a link to register in the description down below. The registration fee is $20 and is due at the time that you register. Registration for the non-qualifying competition held in conjunction with adult sectionals will take place in EMS, which can be found by logging into members only. Applicable competition fees will be due when you register. The series registration is non-refundable. You'll also have to register for your respective sectionals. You must compete at the Adult Sectional Championship in your home section to qualify for the ACS. Competition and sectional fees are completely separate from the $20 ACS registration fee. Sectional registration is in EMS. I'm going to get to that a bit later, so stay with me. Trophies for the series will be awarded to places 1st through 4th, and medals awarded for 5th and 6th places. These awards will be presented following the results from the free skate event and after the final placements have been calculated. This is my trophy. Can you see this? This is my trophy from the 2019 Adult Competition Series, where I placed 4th. So I'm the Adult Competition Series 2019 pre-bronze pewter medalist, and this is what I got. Pretty cool. Results and standings are posted beginning on January 3rd, 2023, then every 2 weeks. Final results before sectionals will be posted on February 26th. Visit the Adult Competition Series page in Members Only for more information and to register for the series. Next up is Adult Sectional Championships and U.S. Adult Figure Skating Championships. These are events that are open to current members of U.S. Figure Skating who meet the eligibility requirements. So all age and test requirements for the event event that you're entering must be met. And then, of course, citizenship and residency requirements. To qualify for the U.S. Figure Skating Championships, you must first enter and compete in the adult sectional championships in your home section. Each sectional competition and U.S. Adult Championships also includes a corresponding non-qualifying competition at the discretion of the local organizing committee. The adult sectional championships consist of the following qualifying championship events: Championship Masters Junior and Senior, Championship Masters Intermediate through Novice Free Skates, Championship Adult Gold Free Skate, Championship Adult Silver Free Skate, Championship Masters Pairs, Championship Solo Dance, and Championship Adult Partnered Dance. All other events offered at the Adult Sectional Championships are considered non-qualifying events. Please refer to the non-qualifying competition section of each specific adult sectional competition announcement for the non-qualifying events being offered at your home sectional. You can enter a maximum of 4 events and nationals. This includes your championship events. Full descriptions of all events and requirements can be found within members only. Singles, pairs, and dance are under Skater Journey Competing Overview. Emotional performance and lyrical pop, character, comedy is under Showcase Guidelines. For pattern dance, please refer to Rule 8081 and Technical Note 271 or the 2022-23 Pattern Dances for Championship Adult Solo Dance. For skaters' choice of dance timing and number of sequences to be danced in a pattern, refer to the 2022-2023 Skater's Choice Adult Partnered and Solo Dance Pattern Dance Timing Chart. This is a championship event, which means that to compete in this event at nationals, you must qualify through your respective sectionals. You must also have passed a pre-gold dance to enter, as the event comprises a pattern dance and a free dance that aligns with the gold pattern dance and the adult gold solo free dance. This event is judged with 6.0 scoring, even though it's a championship event. I also want to point out that there's a new rule for Showcase. By the way, I'm working on an entire video dedicated just to Showcase, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss that when I post it. Anyway, the Showcase Committee decided that the wearable inflatable costumes are not permitted in events except for the open inflatable events and production numbers. Please refer to the 2022-23 Showcase Guidelines for further details. Some other changes: Championship Adult Free Dance, Pre-Gold Free Dance, Gold Free Dance, Masters Open Free Dance. Per Rule 8512, one choreographic element is required for Adult Gold Free Dance and Championship Adult Solo Dance in the free dance portion. Per Rule 8701, only one Twizzle series is required. New rules for qualifying rounds. Per Rule 2551, there are updated rules for qualifying rounds at adult championships. If you're new to adult sectionals and nationals, or it's been a few years since you competed at these events, you really need to read the competition announcements so that you're totally up to speed on all the new and recent rule changes. As a matter of fact, anyone competing in any competition should always be sure to read the entire competition announcement. Just a few additional reminders before I get into the registration side of things. For adult championship and adult sectional qualifying events, this is anything that has the word championship in front of it. For these events, you may not skate up a level at adult championships or the 11 qualifying events at sectionals. And you must have passed all your tests by February 1st, 2023. If you pass the test after February 1st, that changes your level and can disqualify you. There are no exceptions to that rule. February 1st is the deadline to get all your tests in and register. Any tests that don't change your competition level, such as moves or skating skills tests, are okay, as they have no bearing on your competitive level. For adult championships, you must also be 21 by February 1st. For adult sectional non-qualifying events, you must be at least 18 years old by February 1st. For the non-qualifying events, you are permitted to skate up one level. But again, for the 11 qualifying events with the word championship in front of them, you may not skate up. Now, let's get into registration. Online registration opened on December 15th. In EMS, go to usfsaonline.org. That's the only way to enter any and all events, both qualifying and non-qualifying, at the adult sectional championships and adult nationals. Log on to members only with with your username and password. Your username is your US Figure Skating membership number. If you do not have a password, go to usfsaonline.org. Just click Forgot Password. Once you're in Members Only, click on EMS and select Competition Registration. Find your competition registration and click Register. The default view is non-qualifying. Even if you're skating in non-qualifying events, you'll still want to click Qualifying at the top. I know this is confusing, but this was done apparently to simplify registration for the local organizing committee. It's one of those workarounds. Next, you'll see an overview of pricing and some legalese. If there's anything that you do need to change, please reach out to US Figure Skating product support. Be sure to double check your test pass. If you've taken a recent test and it doesn't appear there, reach out to the test chair of the club where you took your test. Keep in mind they're volunteers and sometimes it can take them longer than you may wish for them to get your results in. Some of you may also find that some of your older tests are not in the database. As I explained earlier, that does determine your eligibility for events. If your highest test is not listed, please reach out to membership services. On the next page, you'll see events that you're eligible for. This is based on your test levels. So again, that's super important to confirm. The adult committee also has some workarounds if there's a delay in getting your tests into the system. So feel free to reach out to them. They are there to help you. If you want to skate up one level in a non-qualifying event, what you need to do is register for the level you are currently qualified for. Then send an email to product support. They're going to review your entry and manually move you into the non-qualifying event, one level above your current highest test level. Next, enter your coach so that they'll receive all information about your entry. You can also manage that through your competition portal. Confirm your waivers and complete, and then check out. Check your email for a confirmation. Your coach is going to receive that as well, and your partner if you register for a partnered event. For all qualifying competitions during the 2023 season, online music submission through EMS is the only acceptable way to submit your program music. Your coach, I don't think, can do this. I know last year I couldn't do it for my skaters, so make sure you do it and that your music meets the required specifications. Please be sure you're uploading the correct music for the event segment. Be careful not to mix up your short program and free skate or your showcase and your free skate. You also must submit the copyright information so that US Figure Skating complies with BMI licensing requirements. For more information on how to do this, I have a link in the description down below to a document that can help you. If you need further assistance, reach out to product support at US Figure Skating. In your competition portal, your official bulletin board inside EMS will contain any announcements or changes. It is your responsibility to check that and check it often for any official notices. A tentative schedule will be posted on the event website as soon as possible. They're estimating this to be around late February, but this schedule is not going to include event times. It will only include the day each event is tentatively scheduled to be held. The schedule will not be finalized till after the 3 adult sectionals in late March. The tentative schedule is preliminary. Therefore, you probably should not rely on this to schedule your travel arrangements. All competitors advancing from sectionals to the 2023 US Adult Championships will receive an email from US Figure Skating within 48 hours of the conclusion of the Adult Sectional Championships, outlining the terms of advancement. Skaters in 5th and 6th place at Adult Sectional Championships are not required to provide any information to US Figure Skating or the local organizing committee. All competitors must download the event announcement as they may be selected to compete up to 24 hours before their event. Your response is required within 12 hours of receipt of that notice, or the next alternate will be contacted. If this video helped you out, please give it a like and share it with somebody else you think it could help. Just post it to your social media too. Remember, I post videos every week that can help you with your skating, your competing, your fitness, nutrition, and ultimately live a better life. So remember to subscribe and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. This is Amy. Happy skating and happy competing. Thank you for watching. I will see you real soon. Bye.